Let's first start by extending your arms overhead. Oh, pointing your toes. Let's take a big, big stretch. Reaching in both directions. Big inhale. And just exhale it out. Another one just like that. Inhale. Reach, really stretch in both directions. And then exhale. One last one. Biggest one yet. And then exhale. And bring your knees in. Oh, give them a nice squeeze. You can even wrap your forearms around your shins. Start to release those muscles in your low back. It was so beautiful last night, but there's a lot of people waking up today with sore backs from too much yard work. And let's send that left leg out long as you pull your right knee in. And start to make some big circles with that right leg, right? So really trying to work your femur within that ball and socket, trying to release some of those muscles, just wake them up, encourage some movement. I'm using my left hand to press down on my left hip point to keep that nice and stable as I work in with this right leg. And then we'll let that right knee go over to the left. And you can bring that right arm long to the right. And point your chin to the right. And just let that right shoulder hang. And then we'll come back in through center. Release your right foot up. Grab anywhere along that right leg. Maybe pull it in. Find a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. You always use a towel or a strap. And then we'll release that right leg down. And bring your left knee in. And really pull it in. Give that right leg some energy. So it's not just floating in the air. Actually press it down. I'm going to take my right hand and use it on top of my right hip. And then we can start to work some movement into that left leg. So we're going to do some stretching in our low back. We're also going to do some stretching in our psoas. So lots of times, that kind of movement when we're gardening or just working in the yard, it's really compressing, right, on the psoas, which is always part of the culprit when you have a sore low back. It's both directions. In fact, there's this tendency that we want to fold, right? We always want to fold when that low back is tender. And sometimes what you should really be doing is back bending and opening up the front side. So we're going to do a fair amount of both for that. And then let that left knee go over to the right. And you can send your left arm long to the left. Then we'll come back through center and send that left foot straight up. Reach around the back of that left leg any amount. And pull it in. And we'll release that left heel down and pull both knees in one last time. But this time I don't want you to wrap your forearms. I want you to bring your knees separately so that you can pull them in and then together and then pull them out and send them out. So you might even feel some stretch along your adductors or in your groin as you pull them back and pull them in. And take a happy baby. So grab for the outsides of your feet. I know that we usually do this pose towards the end of class, but it can be really nice in the beginning, especially when you first wake up. This is a great one to do before you even get out of bed. And then let's rock and roll all the way up to hands and knees. We'll inhale into that cow pose and exhale into cat. Keep moving with your breath. Curl your toes under, send your hips back, pedal out your heels. One and then the other, shift your hips, left and right. And find yourself in a little bit of a shorter dog than usual. So as short as it needs to be for your heels to be pressing down into the mat. Let your head be heavy, right? Hanging just like fruit off a tree. We're going to bring that right hand to the outside of your left shin and twist. Maybe looking all the way up to the sky underneath that left armpit. And then we'll switch. Your right hand comes down. Bring your left hand to the outside of that right shin. And we'll find a twist here. And we'll bring that left hand back down. You can walk out to your normal sized dog and step your right foot between your hands. Sit up tall. Drop your right hand. It doesn't have to land on anything. It can just be floating. Trying to find that little tuck of the tailbone towards your right heel. I'm going to bring that left arm up. And then without taking your hips with you, I want you to just open up your rib cage to the left and then come over to the right. So this is our first of our psoas stretches. And if it feels more stable for you to just lay that right forearm on top of your right thigh, you can. And then we'll come back to center, square it off, and send your hips back and flex your right toes and fold. We'll bend into that right knee, curl your left toes under, and send your right foot back to meet your left. Let's find a plank here. So shoulders are lined up over your wrists. Kneecaps are lifted, quads are engaged. Broaden those collarbones. We're going to rock forward and back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. And we'll find a baby cobra here. So roll your shoulders back, no weight in your hands. If you want to reach your chin forward, you can. If you want to keep your head neutral, you can. Pushing into the tops of your feet. Kneecaps are lifted. Quads are engaged. Lift it up a little bit higher. And then we'll send it back. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot between your hands. Drop your right knee and come on up. Send your tailbone towards that left heel as you find some lift as well as some depth. So balancing that. You can release your left fingertips down next to you. You can also just keep your forearm on that left thigh. You're going to reach your right arm up. Without taking your hips with you, just roll your rib cage open to the right, and then reach your right arm over to the left. I don't think I realized how sore my psoas was until we started doing this exercise. So just pressing into the top of that right foot. We'll come back to center. Reach your right hand down and shift your hips back. And flex your left toes and fold over that left leg. And we'll bend into that left knee. Send your left foot back to meet your right. And then walk your hands back to your feet. I'm going to hang for a ragdoll here. It's a nice big generous bend to your knees. Let your head be heavy. Shake it out. No, not a yes. Maybe tucking those pinkies into your elbow creases. Find that center, release your right hand down, soften your right knee, send your left arm up to the sky. Finding your twist, also finding a stretch maybe along that left IT band, I know I do. And bring your left hand down, soften your left knee, straighten your right leg, and reach your right arm up to the sky. And then bring your hands down, heel toe your feet together. We're going to soften those knees, let your arms be heavy, let your head be heavy. We're going to roll it up. One vertebrae at a time. Sweep up your arms once you get there. And then let's open it up. Send your hips forward. Just let your elbows hang to your hips. Find that big opening in your front body. Inhale your arms up through center. And exhale, fold. Again, soften your knees. Head is heavy, arms are heavy. Roll it up. Reach your arms up overhead. And bring your elbows to your hips and open it up here. Reach up overhead. And exhale, fold. One more, just like that. Soften your knees, arms are heavy, roll it up. Once you get up to the top, arms reach up. And open it up. Reach your arms up. And then we'll come all the way down and walk those hands forward once again. Finding your downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank pose. You can drop to your knees if you want. We're just going to take a few vinyasas right here. So rock forward, lower halfway. Push your heart through and send it back. Now 4 more. Just try to move with your breath. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, push it through. Exhale, send it back. 3 more. Trying to find a completeness to each movement, to each breath. Last one. Step or float to the top of the mat. Separate your feet, mat width distance apart. Lower your hips and bring your hands to heart center into a squat. So use your elbows against the insides of your thighs, heart is lifted. Thumbs are at your sternum. Shoulders are back. Now push through your heels. We're going to push it all the way up. As you inhale and then exhale, bring it right back down. Inhale, push through your heels, reach, and exhale it down. Again, inhale it up, and exhale it down. We've got 2 more. Inhale, push and reach, getting all those creaks and cracks on. I have a headset, so you might not be able to hear all my joints cracking. Inhale it up, and exhale it down. Reach your fingertips down to the mat. We'll heel to those feet together. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands at your side. Let's take, we're gonna take 5 Surya A's. Only holding for 1 extra breath when we get to down dog. So inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, plant your hands. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, push it through, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. And exhale it out. Bend your knees, look forward, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands at your side. Next one, inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Each one getting a little bit more precise. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, send your hips back. Inhale, roll those shoulders back, find some length. And exhale, send it back. Big inhale here. And exhale it out. Bend your knees, inhale it all the way forward, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And exhale, hands at your side. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, feet back, lower halfway. Inhale, push. And exhale, send it back. Big inhale here. And exhale it out. Bend your knees. Float it forward. Lengthen. And fold. Inhale, push. Reach. And exhale, hands at your side. We've got 1 more. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, float it back. Inhale, push. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold this one. 5 full breaths. Bring down through your inner hand. Make sure those wrists are light. Navel pulled in to your spine. Heels reaching for the mat. Just imagine someone is pulling your pelvis up and back, really stretching out your spine, shifting your weight back. Let's inhale your right leg up, open up the hip. And we'll exhale, knee to nose, shift it forward, round your back, tuck your chin. Inhale, send that right leg back. And exhale, bring your right knee all the way to your right shoulder. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, bring your right knee over to your left elbow. Inhale, send it back. And exhale, right foot between your hands and sweep it up for crescent lunge. Bring your right arm to that right hamstring. Bring your left arm up and over. Maybe looking behind you or just past your right shoulder. And then we'll inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, hands find the mat. And move through your vinyasa. We're going to do a ladder flow today. Lower halfway. Inhale, push it through. And exhale, send it back. Inhale that left leg up behind you. And exhale, knee to nose, shift it forward. Inhale, send it back. And exhale, left knee to your left shoulder. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, send it back. And exhale, left foot between your hands. Sweep it up for crescent lunge. We'll drop that left hand to the back of your right leg and reach your right arm up and over, maybe looking past that left shoulder. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hands find the mat. Move through your vinyasa. Bend your knees, look forward, float to the top of the mat. Lengthen and fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll sit into our chair and twist to the right. Roll your right shoulder back. You can open up your arms here if you like. Hands back to heart center. We'll twist to the left. You can open up your arms here. Hands back together. Inhale, center. And exhale, fold. Inhale, push through your feet. Reach it all the way up. And we're going to exhale, find that back bend. We're going to do this between each one. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your hands, send it back. Inhale, push it through. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up behind you. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it back. And exhale, right knee to your right shoulder. Inhale it back. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow. Inhale it back. And exhale, right foot between your hands. Sweep it up, crescent. Drop your right arm to the back of that left leg, reach up and over. Inhale, find your center, and we'll open it up, warrior two. Tuck that left hip under as you bend your right knee, hold at 5 breaths. Each exhale, finding a little bit more depth. Strong arms, but relax the base of your neck. On your next exhale, we'll windmill it down and move through your vinyasa. Inhale your left leg up and exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back.
Exhale, left knee, left shoulder. Inhale it back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale it back. And exhale, left foot between your hands. Sweep it up. Crescent lunge. Drop your left arm. Reach your right arm up and over. If you ever need to drop your back knee, do it. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, we'll open it up. Warrior two. Tucking that right hip underneath you, looking out over that left hand. Weight is both in that strong back leg and on your left heel. Next, exhale. We'll windmill it down and find your vinyasa. Bend your knees, look forward, press into your hands. Float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll sit into our chair, twist to the right. You want to drop your hands and take it upside down, you can. 3, 2, 1, come back to center. We'll twist to the left. You can hold it here, you can open up your arms, or you can take it upside down. 3, 2, 1, come back to center, and we'll fold. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, plant your hands. Chaturanga, I forgot to do a back bend, we'll do it on the next one. Send it back. Inhale your right leg up, and exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, right knee to your right shoulder. Inhale back. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow. This time we're going to kick it out and find a fallen triangle. Reach your left arm up and over. Really squeeze that right shoulder blade to your right hip. And then we'll bring that left hand back down. Inhale your right leg up behind you. And exhale, right foot forward. Sweep it up for crescent. Bring your right arm behind you, bring your left arm up and over. We'll bring that right arm back to center and open it up for warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior, and exhale, side angle. Your choice, you can find this version or you can find your extended side angle, but hold it here. And let your next inhale lift you up all the way to reverse, and exhale. Any vinyasa you like, you want to lift a leg, you certainly can. Lower halfway, push it through, and send it back. Inhale your left leg up, and exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it back. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder. Inhale it back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. We're going to kick it out and bring your right arm up and over. Squeeze that left shoulder blade to your left hip. Bring your right hand back down. We'll send that left leg back and bring your left foot between your hands. Crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Drop your left hand to the back of that right thigh and reach your right arm up and over. Inhale that left arm back through center. We'll drop that right heel and open it up. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, find your side angle. Looking up at that right hand if that's available to you. Next, inhale, reach it up all the way. Reverse. And exhale, windmill it down. Vinyasa. Bend your knees, look forward, we'll float and lengthen. and fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up, and let's open it up for a back bend. Let your elbows hang. Push your hips forward, weight stays in your heels. And we'll reach your arms up again, hands to heart center, and twist to the right. You can find your arm balance. You can open your arms. For 3, 2, 1, come back to center. And we'll twist to the left. You can open your arms. You can drop your hands. Looking forward. For 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet back down. Inhale, center. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. We'll move through that vinyasa. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, shift it forward. Inhale it back. Exhale, right knee to your right shoulder. Inhale it back. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow, kick it out. Find your fallen triangle. Maybe lift that right foot. For 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down. Inhale your right leg up behind you. And exhale, right foot between your hands. Sweep it up for crescent. Drop your right arm, reach your left arm up and over. Inhale, back to center. We'll drop that left heel, open it up. Find your warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle, up and over. Inhale, reverse. This time we'll straighten that right leg, hop your left foot forward, and find your Tita Trikonasana. Right hand down, left hand up. Looking up at that left hand, 5 breaths. Slowing it down. Inhale, reverse. We'll take a reverse triangle this time. Reach your right arm all the way up and over. And then windmill it down and find your vinyasa, whatever that looks like. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, shift it forward. Inhale it back. Exhale, left knee to your left shoulder. Inhale it back. Exhale, left knee to your right elbow. We'll kick it out. Reach your right arm up and over. This time lifting that left leg. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring that right hand down. Inhale your left leg up behind you, and we'll bring that left foot top of the mat and sweep it up. For crescent, drop your left arm down, bring your right arm up and over. Inhale, both arms to center, and we'll open it up for warrior 2. Inhale, reverse, and exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse, and exhale, straighten that left leg. We'll hop your right foot in, Trikonasana. If that front knee ever starts to bug you, if you're a hyperextendy kind of person, you can find a little micro bend. Maybe sometimes just a little extra attention pushing into the ball of your front foot can do the trick. Next, inhale, lift it up. We'll bring that left arm up and over. Find a stretch on that left side. And then windmill it down. And find your vinyasa, whatever that looks like. Bend your knees, look forward. We'll float to the top of the mat. And lengthen and fold. Inhale, push through your feet, reach it all the way up. And we'll open it up, find a big back bend, push your hips forward, open up that front body. Inhale back up to center. And exhale, sit into your chair. Twist to the right. Roll that right shoulder back. You can open up your arms. You can find an arm balance. Holding it here for 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Twist to the left. Roll that left shoulder back. You can open up your arms. Find your arm balance. For 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Move through your vinyasa, head up. Exhale, hands find the mat. Feet go back, lower halfway. Inhale, push. And exhale, hips high and back. Moving on, inhale your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, bring it forward. Inhale it back. Right knee to your right shoulder. Inhale it back. Right knee to your left elbow. Kick it out. Ball and triangle, left arm up and over. Lift that right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down. Inhale your right leg up behind you. And exhale, right foot between your hands. Sweep it up. Drop your right arm. Left arm up and over. Inhale, center. And exhale, open it up. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. Walk that left foot in slightly if you need to. Right hand down. Left hand up. Soften your right knee. We'll step right into our half moon. Two more breaths. Soften your right knee, step back, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse, and exhale, windmill it down, vinyasa. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it back. Exhale, left knee, left shoulder. Inhale it back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Kick it out. Right arm up and over. Lift that left leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand down. Inhale your left leg up behind you. And exhale, left foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent. Drop your left hand behind you. Reach your right arm up and over. Inhale it back up to center. And open it up. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, left hand down, right arm over. Inhale, reverse. Trikonasana, straighten that left leg. Left hand down, right arm over. Soften that left knee. We'll step right into our half moon. Stack your right hip on top of your left. And breathe here. Soften that left knee again. We'll step right back. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, windmill it down. Vinyasa. Lower your forearms for dolphin. So actively pushing your forearms down and forward, melting your heart to your thighs, belly button is pulled in. All the same work of down dog, but on your forearms. Take 3 more long breaths. One more. And then drop to your knees. And we'll find an embryo. So knees together, ankles together. Just let those shoulders drape right over your knees. Let your hips sink to your heels. We're going to take another round of either dolphin or headstand or forearm balance. And we're going to be here for about a full minute. So if you want to keep working and you don't want to go upside down, you know what to do. You can always tap your nose in front of your knuckles 10 times. You can start lifting one leg and then the other. You can do jump switches, or you can stay right here in either an embryo or a puppy pose. But we'll take 1 minute starting now in any variation you like. Always know, if you're in a forearm balance or headstand, you can always move your legs. You don't have to stick it right. You can find straddles. You can find stag legs. One might make the argument that moving your legs is what allows you to find true balance. Actively pushing down with your forearm. When you've had enough fun, you can always come back down. And we'll come down. That's a minute. So let's all find a couple of breaths in our embryo pose. And then we'll bring those hands forward. Send your knees out wide and thread the needle. So bring your left arm forward, bring your right arm through. And bring your right side of your forehead down to the mat. If it feels good, you can bring that left arm behind you, tuck it into your right thigh, and find the second bind there. And then we'll switch. So bring both hands forward. Maybe actively push your hips back. And then we'll send that left arm underneath, bringing the left side of your forehead down to the mat. If it feels good to bring your right hand behind you and tuck it into that inside of your left hip crease, left thigh, you can do that. And then we'll release that too. Bring your hands forward. We're going to curl those toes under. Keep your knees out wide and start to send your hands forward for a garland pose. Really pushing those hips back. If you want to take the balancing variation of this, you certainly can. I think today I tend to get a better low back stretch when I leave my hands forward. Hi, Cindy. Where you been? You're late to class. And then we'll take a moment to play with some Bakasana or Kakasanas, crow or crane, if that's something you want to do. So you're going to leave your knees out wide. You're going to leave your feet together the way they are. And then you'll lift your booty. Start to bend those elbows back. Make yourself a little shelf. Bring your knees into your armpits. Look forward, lean forward. Pick up those heels. I know some of you are working on straightening your arms. So remember, your fingertips are your friends. Make them white. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Nicely done. Bring it forward. you want to jump through your hands, you can. I'm not gonna. And we'll just come onto your back. Mwah. I know. I'm a little sweaty this morning. We're gonna start in an Ardhanavasana. So knees are bent, hands are forward, shake. Heart is lifted, shoulders are back. Keep your knees pressing together. We're gonna send your right leg up and then bring it down. Left leg up and bring it down. Right, left. Knees still squeezing, right, left. And then we'll just flutter for 20, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it in. Don't let your feet touch. We're just taking a little break. Shoulders are back. Heart is lifted. Come on back. Ardhanavasana. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to hook that right elbow outside of your left knee. Keep that connection. Just tap your right heel. Pull it back in. Tap and in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back in. Hold it. Get ready for the other side. Knees together. Hook your left elbow. And we'll tap, pull it in. Tap, pull it in. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Roll it back. Send your feet straight up. Hands behind your ears. And start to squeeze your low ribs to your hip points. Inhale. Exhale. We'll go for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in. We're going to rock and roll all the way back up to a seat. I'm going to take a double pigeon today. Hi, sweetie. So, sorry, come here. So see if you can line up your left shin parallel to the top of your mat. And then sit. You can let that right foot just dangle off the edge, right? So remember, I know you guys have all done this with me before. So if you end up with that right knee floating in the air, that is okay. You can stay right there. Just bring your hands behind you. You're just gonna lift your heart, close your eyes, and think nice, calm thoughts. If you have a little bit more mobility, you're gonna really try to line up those shins. So make sure that neither one of your heels is closer into your hips than that knee is. You just wanna stack your shins, and maybe you can start to lay it out in front of you. If you're not quite there yet, you can always bring your forearms onto your shins and just allow a little bit of pressure to help you open up. And then just close your eyes and breathe. So those of you who have some tender low backs, this one should help. I know it can be really intense, and I'm not sure it's anyone's favorite pose, but it'll really get into some of those muscles of your pelvic girdle that are holding on and causing your low back muscles to strain. Every exhale, just some surrender, let go. And if you are folded forward, make your way back up. You're going to heel toe this left heel all the way in next to your right hip and step your right foot onto the ground next to the outside of your left knee. And if you need to push into your fingertips to lift your hips and sort of find a nice grounded foundation there, you can do that. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale your left arm up. Bring your left elbow outside of your right knee. Roll that right shoulder back. And find a nice twist here. Thinking more about length than about rotation. Thinking more about axial extension. I know you guys have heard me use that term before. That's the space between each vertebrae. And then we'll unwind. You can send your feet forward. Come out to your forearms if you can. I don't have room. I've got a wall behind me. But maybe just let those knees rotate all the way back and forth. You can even find a little twist here. One of the things yoga does best is dynamic stretching, right? Particularly Vinyasa yoga, or Ashtanga, or even the sun salutations of Iyengar, is that movement, right? As you're stretching, there is great benefit to it, as opposed to static stretching where you just hold a pose, right, forever. The dynamic can often be a little bit more forgiving for those of us who are a little bit older and have some more injuries. So now we're going to get that right shin parallel to the top of your mat. You're going to let that left foot just dangle off the side of your right knee. Try to line up those shins parallel, sandwiching together. Remember, if that left knee is way up here, just bring your hands behind you. Lift your heart, close your eyes, and just send some love and positivity to whatever is talking back at you right now. And if you have a little bit more opening, you can start to fold over your legs, so you can bring your forearms to the top of that left shin. Just use your breath to release. Every inhale finds just a little bit of space. And every exhale, you just surrender. And then we'll sit up. And we'll start to bring that heel toe, that right heel to the outside of your left hip, and just step that left foot over. Then you can press into your hands, adjust your hips so that you're nice and solid. We'll bring that left hand behind. Inhale your right arm up. And then we'll bring that right elbow outside of your left knee. Find length. Each inhale, find space. Each exhale, just surrendering into that rotation.
And then we'll unwind, bring your hands behind you. Bring your hands behind you or your forearms, and again, we'll just give some love into those hips. Really rocking left and right. And then we're going to find a seated pigeon variation. And you're welcome. If you need to take this on your back, you certainly can. Across your right ankle, so you're going to take a figure 4 as you're seated here. Bring your hands behind you. Start to walk that left heel in, right? And then eventually trying to bring that right shin so that it's touching your heart, where they're close. You can flex your right foot. Lift your heart, roll your shoulders back. Right, and just going as far as you need to in order to find a stretch along that right glute. The more you push your right knee away from you forward, the more intense this pose becomes. The more you pull your left heel into your hips, the more intense. So adjust as needed. And Ron, I see you're with us. If you want to take that right leg and pop it over your head, you are welcome to do that. And then we'll release. Bring your right foot down. Send that right heel in front of you. Cross that left ankle over your right knee. Start to walk that right heel in. Start to pull yourself, make yourself a tight little package, stopping when you need to. This is a great variation of pigeon for those of you who have any knee or hip injuries. Our regular variation of pigeon on the ground, where it's weight bearing on those hips, can be kind of sketchy. So if that's you, if you're ever feeling knee or hip injuries, this is a great alternative because you have so much more control over the pressure on those joints. Moving into any variation you like for this if you haven't already. And then coming out of it, we're going to lay it all the way back. Before we take our final supine twist, I do want to give you an opportunity to find a back bend. We're going to do one pretty long back bend. So if you want to start and bridge and then bring your hands lower down and bring your hands up for a full wheel, you can do that. If you want to start in a full wheel and then come down halfway and do a bridge, that way you can do that too. So if you want to skip it entirely, if you're like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm done, you can do that too. So that's always an option. So finding your variation, you guys all practice a lot, so I'm not going to spend time getting you into there. Push into your hands, push into your feet unless you're coming into a bridge, and we'll lift it up. Once you get up here, starting to regulate your breath. I'm going to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Bring your knees in. You can bring those knees apart just like we started practice today. So finding these sort of independent movements. Rocking it left and right. And we'll finish with our supine twist. So just leave your left leg long, and we'll let that right knee come over to the left. And open up your right arm to the right. You can point your chin over to the right. And then we'll come back in through center. Bring your left knee in to meet your right. Rock and roll left and right. Send your right leg long to the mat. And now allow your left knee to fall over to the right as you reach your left arm to the left. Maybe point your chin to the left. And we'll come back into center. Pull both knees in. And then we'll stretch everything long. Reach your arms overhead. Reach your toes long. We breathe in that front body. And send it all the way out. And we're going to bring your knees and roll into one side. I'm going to say goodbye to you and allow you to find your own Shavasana. Hopefully time allows to take a nice long one. I'm going to unmute you guys. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Have a wonderful day. Don't work too hard in the yard. Have a great day, guys. Namaste.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.